Do you want to see the new Evil Dead movie with your friends, but you realize you don't know anything about Evil Dead? Well, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to watch every single Evil Dead movie in order. Prepare yourself for Evil Dead Rise. So let's get into it. Man, I botched that intro. Oh, hi. So, in order to, prepare yourself for Evil Dead Rise, you need to first watch the first Evil Dead, which came out around 19 something. Look, I don't have time to Google it for you. But still, in order to watch Evil Dead Rise and understand the Evil Dead lore, you need to first watch Evil Dead 1 and 2, both coming out different years. Evil Dead 2 is also known as Dead by Dawn, and this movie came out in 1987, while this first movie came out in 1981. And it's technically a remake of the 1981 movie, but with a bigger budget and more emphasis on comedy. And there's a lot more interesting lore to it, which is where we get into Army of Darkness. See, after watching Evil Dead 2, you're probably confused as to why this is happening to Ash, but if you're confused about that, you probably need to rewatch Evil Dead 2 to figure out why Ash is being in Evil Army of Darkness. So, yeah. The Necronomicon is in this more, and I didn't realize this, but the words that he needs to say to get back home are Klaatu Barada Nikto, which is a reference to the day the Earth stood still. No, not that one. Yeah, that one, that one. Now, from here, you have two choices. Either you diverge off to watch Ash versus Evil Dead, which, continues and finishes Ash's thing, which really it didn't because it got canceled after 3 seasons and it's being taken off Netflix as I'm recording this. Or you can get on to the reboot era, which is how you prepare yourself for Evil Dead Rise, which is with 2013 Evil Dead, which, oh well. Anyways, so it says here the person who directed this is the guy who directed Don't Breathe. So, Oh, it says here. Okay, so it does say here that after watching the remake of Evil Dead, you can choose to watch Ash versus Evil Dead. So, in timeline order so far, we have Evil Dead, Evil Dead 1, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead the remake, and then Ash versus Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead Rise. Because it even says here that there's a post-credit scene featuring a brief glimpse of Bruce Campbell as an older Ash, which fits in nicely with the Ash versus Evil Dead TV series that followed 2 years later. Also, the remake of Evil Dead ends with the main character Mia battling a demonic version of herself, amputating her hand with a chainsaw, and eventually walking away from the cabin with the Book of the Dead still intact. Now, after watching the Evil Dead remake, you can choose to watch Evil Dead Ash vs. Evil Dead, which it says watch now on Netflix, but it's being removed, so I have to recommend you have to use Soap Today to watch it. But basically, in this show, Ash has some friends, and he has to take on a plague of deadites in a variety of battles over 3 seasons of the show, and we will get into Ash vs. Evil Dead eventually, but after that, Evil Dead Rise is next. And that's it. That's all you need to do. You need to watch all that in order. I'll even put it up on screen if you don't know how to do it. Don't worry about it. I got your back, okay? I got your back.